So obviously I've been thinking a lot about the games that I've been playing, and Operational Combat System is probably the one that I play more than anything else. But I was thinking about games I used to play, and the great systems that I think kind of got me into the hobby, really. And I was thinking about Victory in the West, and there's some brilliant Victory in the West games. So I thought, just out of nostalgia, really, I'd pull this little guy up. You'll have to apologise for the glare. There's a lot of sort of light everywhere, but there you can kind of see, just coming in the bottom corner there, Operation Grenade, Ninth Army's assault across the Ruhr. And this is its setup, really. Looking at the American positions there, going right the way along the river. And obviously there were some great little rules sections to this. The German can determine what damage they do to the dams higher up the river, to kind of make it more interesting, more variable, if you like. Anybody who doesn't know Victory in the West, the units, you'll notice, if we just sort of focus in a little bit on those units there, you can see the German ones are showing C's, C1s, the Americans opposite their A2s. You essentially draw a chit for the actual physical strength, so up until the moment of combat you don't really know what the odds are going to be. My understanding is this is going to be carried on by Multiman Publishing, actually, under the title of the Variable Combat System, which is the same thing, I guess. The idea that a strength isn't known, and also the variation makes it quite interesting. Basically, infantry regiment sized units, as you can see there, and then added to that. In fact, I'll just scroll down a little bit further there. You can kind of see, because these guys haven't been set up yet, but there you can kind of see there's some armoured battalions and artillery units, which essentially just contribute shifts to the combats. Very simple mechanic, but effective. But you look at the kind of production values again on these games, and yes, the counters. I mean, I surprised myself at how small some of the text is on the counters. They are very, very small. So counter design probably has come on. But for me, in terms of clarity, and you look at this map as you sort of, and how much of it I can kind of all get in, but pull right back there. What can we see? Yeah, well, there you go. There's the turn track, and there's the CRTs, and all that good stuff. Nicely organised, nicely presented. Certainly, there are manufacturers out there today who could learn lessons from this. And don't get me wrong. The bottom line for this stuff has to be the game system. It's one of the things that probably annoys me most as a games player. There's so many games being produced out there now, and graphically some of them are lovely, but they're not great games. And you can spin that round, I suppose. But everybody prefers different things, so again, you've got to be open-minded on these things. It's all a balance, isn't it? But yeah, as I said, I kind of guess what got me started on it was I'm playing OCS Sicily 2. And I had thought that was less of a game. I had thought it was a little bit more one-sided, really, which I guess inevitably it is, because the Allies should be going to capture the island. But the game itself actually has been a revelation. It's a fabulous game. I'd recommend anybody to have a go at it. But what it got me thinking about was the Victory in the West version of the game, which I played many, many times and thought was a fabulous game. So maybe I'll have a look and pull that one out as well at some point. But I just thought, anybody who hasn't seen these things might be interested in it, and it is an old game now. As I've just said with the Victory in the West Sicily, I played this quite a few times, and it's a good little game. Definitely showing the signs of age, I suppose, but classic of its time.